I was ready for there. I was there right there. I saw
Good evening. Good evening, everyone. My name is Chris Rao. I'm the principal here at Lewis Mills, and I'd like to welcome you to the graduation of the Lewis Mills class of 2024. If I can now ask all of you to rise. We are going to begin tonight's ceremony. I would ask you to put your hands together for our central office administration, our Board of Ed members, and the faculty and staff of Lewis S. Mills High School. Sorry, they don't get the music, just the graduates. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome the Lewis S. Mills graduating class of 2024. remain standing as we welcome the Vice President of the Class of 2024, Patrick O'Sullivan, and Emma Bishop to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And next, I'd like to welcome to the podium Chloe Payne, who will be singing the Star Spangled Banner, joined by a group of ASL students directed by Robin Mengwal.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you very much, Chloe. Just one example of the incredibly talented class of 2024. You may all take your seats. Thank you. I would now like to call up to welcome everyone this evening the president of the class of 2024, Kaya Aaron.
Good evening, teachers, parents, family, friends, and my fellow graduates of the class of 2024. As I look out at all of you tonight, it's incredible to reflect on how far you've come. From watching our 8th grade graduation from our living rooms, to navigating the split cohorts of our first few days of high school, from countless sporting events, concerts, plays, spirit weeks, and pep rallies, to cherished senior traditions, to this very moment, we've grown, learned, and achieved so much together. As the president of the class of 2024, I'm honored to stand before you and share this incredible milestone. Lately, I've been reflecting on what it means to choose your own path. As we get ready to step out into the world beyond these familiar walls, the idea of creating our own path has never been more real or more important. Throughout high school, we've been guided by our teachers and supported by our families and friends. We followed a more structured path with clear expectations and goals. But now, as we're about to dive into adulthood, the road ahead isn't so clearly marked. And that to me is both exciting and a bit intimidating. I remember the end of my freshman year when I was chosen to take over our district's youth coalition. I thought running the coalition would be just like running any other club at Mills, but I was quickly proven wrong. My advisor quit just 2 months after I took over, and without any other officers and only one active member, I felt lost and isolated. I had no idea how to run productive meetings or continue any of the coalition's projects. Instead of tackling these issues, I waited for someone to give me a list of tasks and tell me exactly what to do to keep this club successful. This list of tasks never came. Eventually, I realized I couldn't just keep waiting. I could only start so many meetings with the same phrase of, "We don't have much to discuss today because I still don't have a youth advisor, but I promise I'll get one and we'll all have pizza at our meeting soon." I understood that I was leading this club not to keep it running as it had always been run, but to make it my own. I set my own goals for the coalition and created new projects that aligned with its mission. Today, I'm proud to say that the Youth Coalition is the largest club at Mills with over 120 members, and I've chosen a successor who I'm confident will take this club to even greater heights with her unique perspectives and ideas. I share this story not to boast, but to illustrate how choosing your own path means embracing the unknown, taking risks, and stepping into the future with courage and determination. It's about listening to your inner voice and trusting yourself, even when the way forward is unclear. It's about making decisions that are true to who you are, not just what others want you to be. We have all had moments of doubt and uncertainty. There have been times when we've questioned our abilities, our choices, and our worth. But standing here today, we can look back and see how far we've come. We've overcome challenges, both big and small, and we've emerged stronger and more resilient. I'm confident these experiences have prepared us to take on whatever comes next with confidence and grace. Our journeys to this moment have been diverse. Some of us have excelled in sports, dedicating countless hours to practice and games. Others have pursued the arts, whether that be through music, theater, or visual arts. Some of us started our educational journeys in different towns or states, and some of us didn't begin our journey as class of the 2024 at all. Each journey, no matter how different, has led us to this shared celebration today. As we move forward, let's remember that there's no single path to success or happiness. Each of us is unique, with our own dreams, passions, and talents. Some of us will go into college, others will enter the workforce, and some may take a gap year to explore the world and discover new passions. Whatever path you choose, embrace it wholeheartedly. It's okay to change directions, to take detours, and to explore new possibilities. Life is not a straight line, and often it's in the unexpected twists and turns that we find our true calling. As we embark on this new chapter, let's continue to support one another just as we have these past 13 years. Our shared experiences have bonded us in ways that will last a lifetime. We've laughed together, we've cried together, and we've grown together. The friendships we've made here are a testament to the strength and the spirit of our class. Let's carry this spirit with us, wherever our paths may lead. With all this in mind, I want to express my deepest gratitude to our teachers who have inspired and challenged us, to our families and friends who have loved and supported us unconditionally, to my fellow class officers, Patrick, Molly, and Julia, and class advisors, Mrs. Elsden and Mr. Swinigula, whose dedication to our class has made our senior year unforgettable, and to each of you, my fellow graduates, for making this whole journey so memorable and meaningful. As we leave here today, let's do so with hope, determination, and the courage to choose our own paths. Congratulations, class of 2024. The world is waiting for us, and our journey is just beginning. Thank you.
Next to speak to the class this year will be the winner of the class of 2024 speech competition, Madison Min Barton.
Hello everyone. I just want to start off by saying that second grade me, who spent hours in speech therapy, is so proud right now. Continuing on, I have one piece of advice for all of you moving forward. Be you, Y-O-U, not a U, E-W-E. Now, what might this mean? Well, it's a quote that Maisie Miller and I had created during our English class last year for Miss McEnroe. The meaning is to be yourself. Don't be a sheep or follower, but to be a leader and do your own thing. And now you might be wondering how I can connect to this silly saying. Well, I spent my first year at Mills being a you, attempting to blend in with the crowd of freshmen. I didn't want to be noticed or known, and often not correcting people as they constantly called me Maisie, who's Chinese just like I am. It didn't matter to me. It was easier just to be seen as another person in the crowd rather than being known as myself. In my freshman year's second semester, I joined the crew team. Once again, I just followed the crowd. I'd actually blended in so well that my coach in junior year, who rowed while I was on the team in freshman year, hadn't even known I was on the team at the same time as him. Continuing through high school and crew, I'd met many new friends that helped me come out of my shell and gain confidence to be myself. I soon noticed that I felt happier with myself and more willing to look different, often expressing myself through my hair colors, whether it be green, blue, purple, or the red that I have now. I didn't care and still don't care if I look the same as everyone else. Not only that, but I've gained enough confidence to become captain on the crew team, being proud to stick out. But of course, I'm not the only one here with achievements. Every single one of you have done something to stand out. Maybe it's something cool you might have done in your sport, or maybe it's being part of the school's theater department, whether it be acting or behind the scenes on tech crew. Maybe you've helped start a club, or made new friends by participating in club activities. Maybe your artwork was shown in the art show, or maybe you've had a solo in a band or vocal concert. Or maybe your standout moment was even just as simple as presenting about a topic you're passionate about in class. Any of it shows how you've been able to make your mark. It doesn't even have to be something big as that. It could even just be standing out to one person, being a buddy to someone who needs it and looks to you for their support. There are so many different ways you can make your everlasting mark in the world. Circling back to the main point, I urge you all to be yourself. All of us are heading out of the Warner Theater tonight to make a big change in our lives, whether it be heading off to college or joining the military or entering the workforce. At this stage, we'll meet so many new people. Though we will keep some friends we've had in high school, most of our connections will come from this next step. All of us have grown and developed so much in these 18-ish years, so remember to take that personal power and be you, not you, E-W-E. Hiding your true self from the people you will meet will only hurt you in the long run. We all have had many great achievements throughout these years, so I wish for all of you to take this next step with confidence as we move our tassels to signify the end of high school. Still, this is only just the beginning. So I hope for everyone to continue moving forward, head high and proud to be yourselves.
Now I'd like to welcome from the Board of Education, the chairperson, Mr. Scott Cordelia, with some words of welcome as well.
All I can say is wow. For the last few weeks, I've attended senior honors night and board ceremonies, and seeing what you accomplished is absolutely spectacular. The Board of Ed is just in awe of this class. And of course, that type of thing, that's going on, right? As I look at this group, a couple of you are making me feel old. Boston, I remember when you were born, you lived next door. Jameson, same thing. Ethan, where are you? Brenda's brother, yeah. Time flies fast. And for many of you, 3 chapters of your life has been in Region 10, elementary school, middle school, and now high school. The nice thing about those chapters as you move forward is you get to write your book. You're the writer of your life. And as you go out into the world after today, write the life you want to live. The path is not always easy. Like every book, every chapter throws a curve. Now, in Region 10, you have been able to grow up in an incredible community. The leaders of Burlington, the leaders of Harwinton have created an environment that allows you to grow up and still be kids. Now, the sad part about it is you're insulated. So now as you go forward, 3 pieces of advice. Expand your horizons. All of you are gifted. Find out what you're gifted in. Take different classes, do different things. Each of you have a gift that you could do and no one else can. Find out what it is. Second, one of the keys for your future that's always going to break the tide, because you're so bright and you're going to come up against the best and the brightest also. There's something really important to live by, and that's integrity and character. What I mean by that is always do what you say you're going to do. Follow through. Most people don't. You do that, you stand out even more. Be honest with each other, be caring. In addition to that, another thing to do is give back. look at this world, and I look at your skills, and I look at what you bring to the table. Make this world a better place. Your intelligence, your sense of humor, your kindness, those are all attributes that most people aspire to, and I see it in this group. So on behalf of the Board of Ed, the teachers at Lake Garda, at Harlington Consolidated, the administrators in the school, the middle school, all of your teachers, all of your administrators, LSM, all your teachers, your parents, and the Board of Ed are so proud of you, and we can't wait to see what you accomplish and hear about your victories in the future. Congratulations, class of 2000.
All right, we have one special treat for you tonight, which is not on the program, which is my fault. But we are now going to have a special rendition of God Bless America from Senior Chloe Payne, Megan Tucker, and Jacob Nunes, if they could please join us on stage.
God bless America. This is the land I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountain, to the every ocean, shines white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
All right, well, that was fun. Thank you. All right, we now have our final student speech of the evening. A second speech contest was held among the top 5% of the class, and this year's scholar speech is being presented by Dana Rubo.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Dana Rubo, an extremely proud senior, given the honor to speak on behalf of my fellow classmates. I represent the pride each of us feel as we stand before our administration, faculty, parents, and of course, each other, the amazing class of 2024 at the Lewis Mills Region 10 commencement. Thank you to all the family, teachers, friends, and loved ones who have supported us throughout our lives and have joined us here tonight to celebrate this momentous occasion, high school graduation, the culmination of all our years together from kindergarten to grade 12. And to the class of 2024, on a serious note, congrats on finishing that portfolio. Yes, the dreaded portfolio that represents the Mount Everest of procrastination, as well as one of our greatest achievements during the senior year. For those of you in the audience that have been lucky enough to never hear of the portfolio, let me explain. It is a culminating project to demonstrate how and what we have learned connects to each of the 9 learning principles we have here at Region 10. Realistically, how long did it really take? If we're being truthful, it's nothing like the big bad wolf we anticipated over the last 4 years. For me, as soon as I put my phone down, I was able to finish it in a handful of hours, despite waiting as long as humanly possible to complete the task. If we were given the gift of just a few more hours in a day, we would still leave it till the very last second. Honestly, if we add up a few study halls in the courtyard, would that have helped? Doubtful. We all said we couldn't find the time, But what were we filling all of that time with? I'll tell you, that's easy. Each other. Senior moments spent together and long-lasting looks of our friends, teachers, and all the memories we have filled our lives with over the years. Many things we will remember a lifetime after our graduation ends. Time. It's a funny thing, isn't it? 4 years of our lives have gone by instantaneously, and it's incredible to realize until you look back. Think about it. We had just entered high school as freshmen. I literally watched my middle school graduation from the comfort of my couch. Thanks, COVID. But we came to high school not only as young freshmen, but with the fear of the unknown. We were no longer navigating simply mills, but learning how to be social creatures in the middle of a pandemic, and that made our classes look like a piece of cake. Graduates, think back to that freshman year, and specifically freshman orientation. That was the first time we had seen each other after a long 6 months apart. We hadn't even realized the time that raced by until we stopped to think about it. We were given some wise words of wisdom on how to navigate the high school years that I'm certain some of us took to heart, but others forgot about. As we all sat together for that first time as the class of 2024, our first impression of Mills was that of an eager U.S. history teacher ripping up poor old Andrew Jackson in front of us. And just like that, $20 had completely disappeared. But money, just like time, kind of disappears. And we should know that by now, since we spent lots of it together. Spending money on food that seems like another urgent rite of passage to teenagers on weekends. Mr. Fowler stood in front of all of us, scared out of our minds, and told us time is money. We can spend it, we can save it, and we most certainly can waste it, while he ripped up the bill again. From that moment on, in our first minutes as freshmen, we were given the power to shape our high school experience. Now, I'm not going to stand up here and break open my wallet and rip up some bills. I can't come close to being Fowler, but the message is still the same. So I asked the class of 2024, how did you use your time? There is no doubt in my mind that some of us used our time very well, focusing on our studies and other obligations we have had. There's also an aspect of budgeting our time, like our finances, finding ways to maximize the 24 hours in a day and saving up to do the things that we enjoy. However, the most infamous and controversial of the three, there are many ways to waste time. Coming home and sleeping for hours on end, or finding ourselves in the black hole of scrolling, guilty pleasures we all know too well. Despite the pros and cons of all three, life is about balance. Using our time to study, hang out with friends, and jump into the black hole are all important in the lives of a teenager. But finding balance isn't easy. I'm not even sure I found it yet, but I try. I once told a friend, in 10 years, you're not going to remember what you get on the math test the next day, but the memories you made right here will be with us, always. In the 4 years that we've been at Mills, we did our fair share of work. But we also screamed from the Thunderdome, visited national parks, put up Christmas trees in the courtyard, won state championships, lit up the stage like a bright star on opening night, came to school decked out for Spirit Week, connected with teachers, and most importantly, grew as people. I'll say it again, 4 years is a long time, and we hold the power to decide how we are going to use that time. In 4 years, do you still want to be finding ways to maximize all the time you have, or will you be proud of the work-life balance you grew to create? As freshmen, we may not have known the power of time when we were focused on ripping up 20s, but now the message is clear as day after 4 fruitful years. So I ask you now, the Lewis Mills class of 2024, how did you use your time? And most importantly, how will you use your time in the future? Thank you to everyone for supporting us here today, and congratulations, class of 2024. We did it.
Myself and Mr. Theory. I know, I just set us up anytime. Thank you. All right. Good evening. Class of 2024, families, friends, Board of Ed members, administration, and LSM teachers. The journey of the class of 2024 is a truly unique one. I admit there was a time when I was not sure I would really get to know all of you. With your first year and a half behind masks, you were a bit of a mystery. Walking down one-way hallways and sitting in rows in the cafeteria was not how you envisioned high school starting. Yet you persevered. It was not long before you started to make your mark on LSM, and as 148 of you graduate tonight, I can say for sure you are a class I will not forget. Your journey has included more loss than any class should experience. From the passing of Neil O'Keefe in middle school, to losing Kaylee Prenovo and Sophie Ringquist during your time at LSM, I know this class, more than most, has learned to treasure each moment just a bit more. You recognize that each accomplishment is one to savor, and that adversity is something to learn from. Over the past few years, I have watched you live these ideals. As I mentioned earlier, the class of 2024 has truly made its mark on LSM. Not only have you had some of the best pep rallies and spirit weeks I have seen, but you also added another state soccer championship. The basketball team took us on a run to the sun that brought the whole school together. Just this afternoon, we added a new state champion to the list in the decathlon. You have a National Merit Scholar amongst you. There are award-winning artists on this stage and multiple Eagle Scouts. You started new clubs, including a cooking club, a garden club to help beautify the school, and a mountain biking club that held its first race earlier this month. Somehow you managed to sneak a 20-foot Christmas tree into the senior courtyard, not to mention pulling off one of the best senior pranks in recent memory. I can still hear the bagpipes echoing. As I met with each of you over the past few months during our portfolio conversations, I also learned many fascinating things about your future plans, including that among you are future woodworkers, fashion designers, chefs, pilots, nurses, teachers, auto mechanics, entrepreneurs, engineers, geologists, computer programmers, social workers, soldiers, actuaries, and animators. A few of you are even taking a gap year to explore the world and yourselves. No matter what direction you go after you walk across the stage, I know you are ready for the opportunities ahead. You have overcome all that life has thrown at you and come out stronger and more united as a class. You have truly stepped into the leadership role I challenged you to accept last May. It has been an honor to travel this journey with you, and I hope LSM will always hold a special place in all your hearts. And now, Superintendent Theory, having met all the needed requirements for graduation, I am proud to present to you the incredible class of 2024.
Thank you, Mr. Rao, for setting me up. I'm now the only thing standing between the graduates and their diplomas. I'm also following some brilliant student speakers. Maddie, by the way, I just need to share, the second grader in me, who also spent a lot of time in speech therapy, is incredibly proud of you tonight. I'll keep my remarks brief, but I'd like to begin by thanking and congratulating all of the parents and guardians, family and friends of the class of 2024. Your support has made it possible for each of our graduates to sit here tonight and to graduate and to move on to the future that will be bright and successful. Today we gather to celebrate an extraordinary group of individuals, truly extraordinary. I'm still looking for the bagpiper, by the way, I'm pretty sure he's here. The class of 2024 has shown that during the last 4 years, they are remarkably adaptable and creative. And these qualities have not only brought you together and been part of your success over the last 4 years, they will be part of your success moving forward. Never lose that ability to adapt. Never lose your creativity. As you stand on the threshold of new beginnings, I encourage you to embrace change. I know that you're excited. I know you're also a little nervous and a little scared. But embrace it. Remain open to growth. Change is the only constant in life, and your ability to adapt will determine the heights you'll reach. As you go off into your post-high school world and encounter new people, new circumstances, new ways of thinking, let curiosity be your compass. It was Albert Einstein who said, "I have no special talents. I am only passionately curious." Let that passionate curiosity open doors to understanding and innovation. And in all your interactions, remember that kindness is a universal language, valued and respected across the world. It is through kindness that you will forge connections that transcend boundaries and build bridges where there could be walls. Class of 2024, as you step out into the world, do so with the confidence that you are ready. Ready to make a difference, ready to face challenges, and ready to shape the future. We are immensely proud of you and eagerly await the mark that you will leave upon the world. No matter how far you venture into the larger world, know that you will always carry a piece of our community with you. The values, memories, and bonds you've formed here are indelible. No matter how long or far you are gone, you'll always be part of us. Congratulations, and may your paths be filled with curiosity, kindness, and boundless opportunities.
All right, it is now time. Just a couple of notes before we begin the most important part of this ceremony. I would ask all of you to please not approach the stage. We want everybody to be able to have a clear view as our graduates walk across. Secondly, please join us, cheer, and celebrate, but let's give each of the 148 graduates tonight their moment as they walk across the stage. We'll do our best to do that. And so, without further ado, I will call to the podium my Associate Principal, Mrs. Jennifer Oddie, who will read the names.
Kaya Paige Aronoff. Patrick Jeremiah O'Sullivan with distinction. Molly Maureen Bedrosian. Julia Jeanette Dean with distinction. Madison Min Lorraine Barnaby. Dana Kate Rubo with high distinction. Summer Abdel Rahim. Aubrey Walker Adams. Elena Marie Amarada. Owen Scott Annenson. Giada Janina Arigno. Aisha Asani. Anna Babinska Sochawalik. Giselle Love Baranowski with distinction. Kaywan Pacheco Barbosa. Jack Michael Barney. Zachary Joseph Barth. Jonah Carlo Batisto. Alyssa Ann Behrens with high distinction. Madison Rosemarie Bertrand. Emma Ann Bishop with distinction. Faith Rose Blanchard. Matthew Owen Bosniak. Alexa Lee Brita. Thomas Andrew Braska. Adam Joseph Budzanowski. Giovanni Salvatore Calafiore. Julia Milagros Caraballo. Aiden Michael Carano. Joshua William Carrasquillo. Alexander Robert Cavoli. Jackson Robert Chase. Lily Catherine Coates. Brady Andrew Coleman. Aiden Kalashnikov. Mason James Colasal. Ryan Christopher Comerford. Marco Thomas De La Vega. Kai Merrick Denton. Samuel V. Din. Maxwell David D'Annunzio. Connor Patrick Drew. Joshua Thomas Driscoll. Avery Nicholas Doobie with high distinction. Mason Ryan Doobie. Jennifer Christine Duffy. Ryan Eric Eggleston with high distinction. Connor Mason Evans. Connor Allen Fink. Joseph Dylan Fortier. Luke Charles Freeman. Madison M. Fritz. Victoria Ariana Garbala. Remy Vincent Gorak. Riley Quinn Green. Jillian Rose Christus. Janelle Elizabeth Heim. Mia Rose Henry. Lena Faith Hogan. Sophia Love Hogan. Tristan Ronald Hogan. Tyler Jacob Hotelin. David Charles Iacino. Nathaniel Ruben Isakani. Corey Charles Jackson. Dorothy Karen Jaquette. Charlie Ernest Joyner. Apollo Isaiah Josephson. Jack Timothy Kelly. Cameron Joseph Kennedy. Haley Rose King. John Patrick King. Forrest Kai Kleinrock. Michael Joseph LaChance. Austin Anthony Lesniewski. Bridget Welch Lincoln with distinction. Anya Grace Lepofsky. David Lajewski. Lily Megan Luisi. Cassius F. Edric Lynch Raymond. Alexander Joseph Macheko. Thomas Alexander Madigan Scheidel. Alex Luis Maldonado. Sierra Shaylin Mansfield. Samantha Rose Marconi. Gianna Rose Martin. Lillian Maureen Martineau. Ava Caroline Martinotti. Cooper Harrison Martinotti. Taylor Andy McKnight. Maisie Jean Miller. Nathaniel Raymond Mislook. Tyler Kenneth Pershelski. Ava Carolyn Petrofesa. Maya Rose Pizzaferrato. Stephanie Elaine Radoon. Thomas Joseph Rajat. Ethan Rafael Ramirez. Aro Rockcliffe. Abigail Catherine Ray. Arthur Stefan Alonso Reed. James Christopher Reynolds. Jack Rich with high distinction. Aiden Von Robertson. Aiden Joseph Sansusi. Ethan Connor Sherbner. Casey Camden Schmidt. Haley Elizabeth Shasha. Elliot James Searle. Jameson Robert Sutterquist with distinction. Jeremy Alexander Simons. Kaylee Ann Smith with high distinction. Stephen Joseph Smith. Alexander Swider. Avery Blake Sesniak. Adrian Stachelski. Julianne Michelle Thibault. Sam Nicole Throw. Ian Patrick Tompkins. Andrew John Trumpeter. Ryan James Trumpeter. Heather Colleen Tush. Cole Jameson Verano. Nicholas Robert Patino. Larry Joseph Weaver. Timothy James White. Aaron Walker Wilhelm. Timothy Andrew Wallowitz. Areli Ariana Wong. Adriana Robluski. trustee. Brooklyn Rose Zimmerman with high distinction.
All right. You have before you the class of 2024. To come to the middle of the stage. We're going to turn your tassels. Rise, class, please. Begin. If I could ask the audience to please, you can stay standing. If I could ask the audience to please remain in their seats while the graduates recess. Now, they did ask me to play a song for their recessional, and I promised them that I would. But I'm going to have to break that promise because I have a surprise for the class of 2024. I felt there was only one appropriate way to have them leave. And now, class of 2024, if you would please exit the stage and join us outside to celebrate the class.
Wow, they're getting old. We're getting crazy.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. It's nice to meet you.